Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. I'm the founder of LeaveThePlantation.org, the author of It's Okay to Leave the Plantation. And I want to talk to you today. Today, I'm watching the news. This is January 2023. And once again, right before February, Black History Month, the guilt police are talking about reparations to black people because of slavery, and everybody knows it's foolish. Everyone knows it's foolish. White folks, black folks, Democrats, Republicans, but they keep going for different reasons, and they still want to debate what America owes black people. Can we talk about this for a second? First off, as a black man in America, white America owes me nothing. Nothing. You're never going to find a situation where reparations is going to work. How is it technically going to work? And why should it work morally? White people today did not own slaves. America, almost 1 million casualties in the most bloodiest war we've ever had, ended slavery. White people went and fought their brothers to free strangers. America tore itself apart to end slavery. And there was an effort to give black people reparations. There was an effort after the Civil War, shot down by Democrat president because Democrats were the party of the Confederacy. Reparations are needed from Democrats, but not from America. It was the Democrat Party that engaged in slavery, that engaged in segregation after slavery, that engaged in the KKK activities. But we're not going to talk about that. Let's just talk about the idea of reparations. Why is it that black people need help? What's the common goal? Name me a black person that is successful and famous in whether entertainment, whether it's sports or business, that got the success from a government program. Oprah, Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters. What program helped? Now, I was a poor child, poor and big family, 8 of us, eight children. I was a high school dropout. And I want to use one government program, the GI Bill, because I served my country, because I volunteered to serve my country, went to Vietnam to serve my country, because I realized my country, America, was the best place to be black. In my country, in America, it is the best place to be black because in America, you find the richest black people on the planet. You find the healthiest black people on the planet. You find the best educated black people on the planet. There's no place you find black folks leading the military as it is in America. You never see the standard of living anywhere better for anyone, in America, except right here in America. So I'm asking you, where would I want to be black? I joined the Navy, then I went to school and educated my high school dropout behind. And went out and competed my brain against everybody else's brain. No special programs, no special enlightenment, no special help. Competition like every grown behind man is probably going to be doing. That's how we operate. If you beat me in this, I'm going to learn from you and beat you next time. That is what is successful in America and on the planet. If you think I need reparations, that means you think I am weaker than you. If you want to give me something, you got to be in your back to pull me up. That's nonsense. Everything black people think we can do, we're successful in doing it, whether white people want us to do it or not. Jack Johnson marrying white women and knocking out white men in the South became the first black heavyweight champion of the world, and white folks did not like it. You have people like Charlie Pride singing in honky-tonk bars in Mississippi to become the country western singer of the decade, and white folks did not like it. White folks didn't like black men playing basketball. We're pretty good at it, aren't we? They didn't like black men playing football. We still insist on playing. So I'm asking you, name one thing that white folks did not want black people to do that we did not thrive and be successful in. Reparations. That's these old white slave owners trying to keep your black behind down, because they know if they give you reparations, if they give you a special program, they can control you. They are frightened to death of a black man thinking he can be married to a black woman for 35 years and raise some kids and train those kids himself. They are afraid, they are terrified that one day you black men may actually think you can dominate if you thought you could. So at Berkeley, I decided I could go into business. I was injured, disabled, in the military. I could not work. I didn't need affirmative action. I needed to take action. I did not need a special program. I needed me to get back onto my own program. So this notion about affirmative action, you white folks, don't let them get you down. You white folks, don't take this mess. Stand up for your country. Demand. If you want anything to be affirmative action, give the bill to a Democrat Party. Let them apologize. Democrats, come on now. Apologize for what you have done. Apologize for how you have been. Apologize for your apologies that I have from them. Do not lie on them. You owe black people an apology. Democrats, you do. You do. The NAACP, founded by Republicans. The marches, demonstrations, every protest march of the 1968 Civil Rights Movement was against Democrats. You owe us an apology. Every black college that I can find has been funded by Republicans. Democrats, you owe us an apology. You had 360,000 white men go south to fight their brothers and die to free black folks. The abolitionists were Republicans. You owe us nothing. And after the Civil War, there was efforts to give black people their 40 acres and a mule, which have been completely changed in our history that happened. Democrats took it away. And so now we're talking about reparations. So we talk about it because of guilt. And all you guilty white people is holding us back. You let them put affirmative action on you, taking away your success or some guilt behind your ancestors. That you allowed them to put people over you in your job that you worked for to get. You took away your money from taking care of your family because of guilt over your great-great-great-great-grandfather. So I'm going to alleviate their guilt since I am a victim of slavery. I'm a direct descendant of slaves. I'm going to give every guilty white person a certificate of forgiveness. It's not marriage, I can't read it. A certificate of forgiveness for guilty white people to end slavery. That will alleviate your guilt. Alleviate your guilt. And you and I will stand equal on the field of work and success. And now when someone comes at you and say, you owe black people, you are guilty of slave treatment, you can say, I have been forgiven by a descendant of a slave, and you're no more guilty. I'm going to put this on my website, Leave the Plantation. It's going to be free, but folks, you better get your copy early because I am a businessman and I will start charging for this. Your certificate of forgiveness available on leavetheplantation.org. One more thing about reparations. One more thing. It's immoral. You're going to take away from people today. And by the way, you're going to take away from black people too. We are a very big part of this economy. 72% of black people are middle class. We're paying taxes also. You could take our money to give back to us, and I guarantee you it would have strings attached. It will have strings attached to it. You're going to take my money and you're going to reduce my income to give me back something and manage it. California is trying to do affirmative action. Folks, California didn't have any slaves. California wasn't even part of the nation most of the time. So it's nonsense. It's garbage. So don't buy this notion. Once again, affirmative action. You don't owe me nothing. Nothing. That's a superiority complex. That's saying you are better than me, but you're nice. You're superior, but you're kind. You're going to feed the poor black man. You're going to help the poor black man get education. You're going to help stop the condescending attitude. I'm retired now. High school dropout. And my retirement income is higher than the national average of working people's income. Because I got a brain. And I won some and I lost some. Opportunities came by and helped. Opportunities came by and passed me by. But every success and every problem was mine. Because I'm a free man. In the 1960s, we had to go out and get a civil right. That is, civilian right, citizens' rights, to work, to shop, to live, to marry. Once we won the civil rights, we were not fighting for special programs. Dr. King, Reverend King did not die for special programs. Once we won the legal right to succeed in America, I did not care if white folks like me or not. I don't care today. I didn't fight for special programs. I didn't fight for affirmative action. I didn't fight for anything other than get the heck out of my way, off my back. Once I got the government off my back, I did not care if my neighbor liked me or not. I didn't care if the guy that owned the store liked me or not. I didn't care if you want to give me a hotel room. I didn't care. That was not my business. If you did not want me in your hotel, that's your business. But the civil rights, once I won the civil rights, I would open a hotel next door to you now. Can you imagine in America, if you and your white friends, me and my white buddies go out to dinner one night. We go to the restaurant, it says, white only. They should have a right to say that sign, white only. But America, who would go into that place? Who would enter that business, white or black? Would you go in there? They'd go broke. Let these people be racist. Let them express themselves openly. And America is too strong now for that, folks. We're not going back to that mess. But if you are a victim, you can't be victorious. If you're needy, you cannot achieve anything. Let's stop the language of failure and start taking the language of success. We are free because we're Americans. We are free because we live in a country that freedom rings. We are free because America is great. It is not a racist nation, but nobody's going to love you. Nobody's going to love you because you're trying to get their job. Let's build our own community. We do not have a community. Let me tell you again. We do not have a community. A community is a habits and things that are associated with your mingling and interacting with other communities. You develop a language, you develop food, you develop culture, you develop morals. The slave community was master's community. We now have master's community, making babies and don't work for it, don't want to have a job. Gangs, trying to get an underground movement going. Slang, that's not a community, that's slave's community, that's master's community. He's telling you how to be a good slave. If you want the right to be free, act like you're free. You do not need the government to give you a dime because the government can only take from you. They can never give you anything, folks. This is Mason. Stay right or be left. You're all forgiven. Don't let them tell you anything other than that. Take care and God bless you.